In this video, I'm going to show you how you can delete on entry. Previously, we add on item, then we modified that, and now we want to delete that item. So let's see how we can do this thing. So if we go to Postman, and here there is delete request. If we click here, it is showing the details. This is the delete method, and this is the URL, and this is the resource, and at the end there is the ID, and two things are required. One is content type and is cookie, and inside this body there is nothing. So basically we need to add two information in header, and we need to form this URL. If we jump to the API of RESTful Booker, on the left side there is delete booking. If we click here, it is showing the same thing, delete method, and this is the URL, and next is resource, and two headers are required. So let's jump to the code and let's try to create that. So as usual, at first we need to define this thing which already defined, REST assured base URI. Now for REST assured there is three part. One is given, the first part is given, so I'm going to add that given, and after given we need to add the header. So the headers are like AGADER header, and there are two things we need to add in the header. One is content type, so I'm going to copy from Postman, and from here, not here, basically this editor, I'm going to type that thing. Then content type is, it should be application JSON, right? So I'm going to copy this part. So here is the editor, and then I'm going to put it over there. Okay, so one header added, and the second header. So for the second header, the value is cookie, right? So I'm going to copy the key value, I mean the key. I'm going to copy here the key header, then this is the key part, and then after that we need to assign the value for this cookie. But we already have this value before, because when we try to update at that time, before update we need we actually created that cookie, right? So this is the cookie, so we can directly use this cookie here. So this is the cookie, and now the given block is done. Now what we need to do, we need to add the second block, which is called when, which is the action block basically. And here we need to add the method, right? So what type of method is this? This is delete method, right? So we need to type delete, and here we need to assign the URL, right? Not URL, URI already we defined here. Now we need to add the resource. So here for the resource, what are the parts we need to add? So this is the resource, so whole part I'm going to copy, but we will not use this thing. This is a static, we will make it dynamic. So I'm going to paste it over there. So this part I'm going to remove it because this is a static, so rather I'm going to add the dynamic ID. So here when we created that booking, we have on ID, right? From the response body we got that. So this is the booking ID. So I'm going to copy, I'm going to actually add this booking ID here, booking ID. Okay, so once it is done, then we try to we have to close then block, and here we can actually do something like dot assert that, and then we can check the status code, and check the status code. What will be the status code? The status code, the output should be 201, right? So we have to check whether it is coming 201 or not. So I'm going to jump over there, and I'm going to paste it over there. Okay, and also that's it. Let's check whether it is able to delete that or not. So I'm going to close this thing, and once I close, we can also verify whether that entry is there or not. Okay, but at the for first time, actually we try to delete this thing. Here we can mention like delete the booking, which we created before, right? Deleting the booking. delete the booking, for example, like that. Now let's run it and check whether it is working properly or not. I'm going to click here to run this application, and if it is deleted successfully, then it will continue and there is no error, right? And that means the status code is 201. We can also check like that way the details, whether the status code is there or something else. Now let's do one thing. After the deletion, if we try to like check the, if we try to see the details, whether we are able to do that or not. So if we don't find that, that means it is properly deleting. So what I am going to do, I'm going to do this thing, get response, right? So previously we actually used this thing for getting the booking details, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this part again. Here I'm doing this thing just to show you whether it is able to delete it or not. Okay, that's why I'm going to put it, but in real life we don't do. So here I'm going to type get response 2 and here get response 2. Okay, now try to run it, we'll get some error, right? Because once it is deleted, if we try to search it again, we will not get the item, right? So definitely we'll get some error. So I'm going to run it, and after running we are getting this error. Okay, so what it is doing, so it updated after this thing, first response we got, then it deleted. So after delete, when we try to like run it again, execute this request again, then we got this thing, expected status code 200 but was 404. 404 means not found. Okay, that means that entry, booking entry is gone, it's no more. That means that is deleted. So that's it. In this way we can also verify in this way, but in real life we don't do this way, we do different way, but I'm not going to show you now. We'll check this later. So I'm going to remove this thing. So that's it. So if we try to expand it, now we can see. So at the beginning we added here the booking ID, booking entry. So this is a new book. Okay, so here we use post method to add the entry, and then we capture the ID, this thing. Okay, and then also we checked the response body in detail over there, and we also verify some other document, other information, like whether it is coming from the expected server, something like that. Okay, and also the total price is 300 or something like that. We also check that like this way, and then after that we checked the cookie value. Basically we try to capture the cookie using post method. So here we captured the cookie and we saved it for so that we can use it later. Then we updated the booking which we added earlier. So to update that thing, we needed booking ID and also the cookie, both of the values we have, so we use that thing. And finally after that, once the update is done, then we actually verify whether it is working the entry is updated properly or not, like this way. And finally we deleted the entry. So this is like one end-to-end flow, so you can do everything one by one like this way. In the coming video we'll actually modularize this code more. So this is for the first time when we start learning this thing, we must need to understand this part, and then we'll do that thing. Now in the next video sections we'll try to integrate the testing framework. There are many frameworks are there. So on two of them are like JUnit framework and TestNG. So in the next video we'll try to implement this thing, this testing, integrate within testing. Right now it's inside the main method, but we'll separate those things inside the testing block.